Good morning, Twin Flame, Twin Souls, Soulmates, Fated Connections. This is Brainy Twin Gemini for February 3rd, 2020. First and foremost, I want to thank you all so much for the love, the likes, the subs, the sense of community on our channel. It really warms my heart, and I love you all so, so much. As many of you know, I'm a guide, a messenger on this journey. And every single day, I'm delivered signs and syncs, and I believe these signs and syncs are messages that I need to deliver to you throughout this journey, this sacred journey. In the last 24 hours, I've seen number sequencing, but one of the most prolific things that happened in the last 24 hours was this hawk again. And I don't know, like, I really don't ask for this stuff to happen. So after the gym, I was meditating, and I usually meditate in the dark, listen to meditation videos, primarily mine. um, and after I was done meditating, I went to open up the blinds, and there was that hawk in the tree again. This is the second time this has happened in the last several months. And it, like, I live in, a very populated area, and hawks don't generally come close. So I thought it was so weird. I'll try and post a picture on my community page so you can see it for yourself. And again, just sitting there. So I went out and I did get a little bit of a video clip, but then it flew away because of the motion. I guess I must have scared the hawk, but out in the backyard, in the tree. And I just love it. I love it so much. And that's a reminder that, this is truly a sacred journey. And the hawk represents so many things, and it came so close. And I just feel so blessed that this hawk came and it was out in the backyard. And to me, that is like past life, eternal love, all good things, spiritual wisdom, knowledge. Like I get this, every single day, this hawk. And, yesterday it was so close, and it just really, really warmed my heart. And I loved it. I loved it so much. So, and I always see the doves, and I believe that I see the doves because it's a reminder that I'm a messenger on this journey, but also communication. And, many of you are getting communication. If this is truly your journey, a lot of you have been getting communication. A lot of you have been coming into, unity, primarily because you're doing the work. This is a tough journey, and it's extremely tough, and there's a lot required on this journey. When you endeavor the journey, you come and wake each other up, and it is a tough journey. It's not. I always say it's not the Cinderella story that everybody thinks it is. It's an endeavor. And you have to persevere, move forward, and realize that the ultimate destination sometimes isn't physical unity. It's unity within oneself and getting to a complete place of wholeness within. And if this is truly your journey, you will understand what I'm talking about. In the last 24 hours, there's been a lot. So I saw 717, 444, 222, 555. I'm going to go over the energy. There's been a lot of 5D going on in the last 24 hours. Very, very, very strong. The it's unconditional love, and sometimes I can't articulate this stuff into words because it's just so profound and so prolific. But the love that's been going back and forth is absolutely amazing. And in the fifth dimension, when you get into that state of unconditional love, it's like the best way to describe it is you're like your chest flutters or your heart flutters or something. I can't articulate this into words, but if this is your journey, you know what I'm talking about. And it's like your heart is beating to the same beat or something. I don't know. It's absolutely the most amazing feeling. And again, I can't articulate this into words sometimes. It's just crazy. What else do I have here? Oh, one song I want to bring is Rolling Stones, You Can't Always Get What You Want. The Glorious Sun's Lightning. And for some reason, I don't know why this stuff happens to me, but this morning, when I woke up, this song was in my head, Let It Go. And I was singing it as the moment I woke up. And I think it's from a movie, Frozen. I've never seen the movie before, but because I have this let it go, I'm thinking that you know, you have to let go, and let go of the obsession of being physically together. That's not what this journey is about. Unfortunately, the journey is about, you know, awaking, getting to your higher sense of yourself, raising your consciousness, your you know, spiritually evolving, waking up that soul. That's what this journey is about. And if you get into physical unity, great. If you don't, you don't. But if this is truly your journey and you're evolving throughout the journey, you will know what I'm talking about. And another thing I have here today is, if you've been following my channel for a number of months, and you can go back to previous videos if you like, this is all timeless. It just depends on where you are on this journey. Everything is timeless, actually. So if you go back and review my videos, you will see that the karmic partner card rarely comes out. And the reason it rarely comes out is because I don't support it. And I think the divine knows that. And that's why my hands are divinely guided. And I sometimes flip these cards in my own entertainment, because it never ceases to amaze me how these cards fall out. But I don't support it. And the reason I don't support it is because I was in a marriage myself. And, you know, there was a woman coveting my ex-husband. And it just did not make me feel great. And I just don't believe in that. You know, marriage is a sacrament. And it's just, it is what it is. And I don't support it at all. And I'm sorry, that's just my view. You do whatever you want. But a twin comes in to wake you up. And there's certain events in your life that happen that are meant to wake you up. And if you don't wake up, then something profound comes into your life to wake you up. And that could be your twin. And your twin is just waking you up to your higher level of consciousness, to make you more aware of your surroundings and look for things, you know, that are meant to be, that you're meant to see. And if your marriage is not working, then maybe you need to see that. But by no stretch of the means do I support it. And I think that's the reason why that card never comes out. I think it's come out twice. And when I relate to karmic partner, I always relate it to something else. So, sorry folks, I had to say it. I woke up with it. It is prevalent, and it's just, I just don't support it. Because I know personally, when people were coveting, it just did not make me feel good at all, as, you know, being in a relationship in a marriage for 20 years. So I'm going to get started. Yeah, again, very, 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 very strong unconditional love, going back and forth with the twins. That heart chakra, specifically yesterday, was very, very, very profound. So there's some things here that I didn't embellish on, but I just want to see if the cards come out. If the cards don't come out, then I will embellish. Can I call it to my guardian angels for 2 cards, please? Can't believe it. Oh, and if you're new to the channel, I do 4 cards of what's kind of in the DM's headspace. If the DM wants to say anything to the DF, and what the overall energy is as of now, we live in the now. We don't live in the past. We don't live in the future. We live in the now. So I'm going to call out to my guardian angels for 1 card, please. Thank you. I cannot believe this. Okay. Again, always resonates with my journal. Like I said, I do it strictly out of entertainment for myself sometimes, because I can't believe the way this stuff comes out. No 2 days are the same. I'm divinely guided by my pen and paper. Everything I write, you can see right here. That's like 7 or 8 books. I'm on my 9th book now, I think. 200 pages is crazy. Every day I'm given the words and wisdom. I'm divinely guided throughout this journey to help you and others. And yeah, so the words of wisdom come every single day. I don't know where and how, but as soon as I get that pen in my hand, the words go to the paper. And I'm so gracious and so grateful that I've been given this gift that I can give it back to you. This wisdom comes from somewhere. Okay, so blocking connection. Um, this is a tough journey, and absolutely, the divine will come in and block the connection, primarily out of protection for both twins. And maybe one of the twins is blocking the connection. I'm not feeling that right now. I think that the connection is being blocked strictly out of protection for the twins. This journey is about awakening each other, healing, self love, self worth, unconditional love. And when you come in to meet each other, you have this most prolific love there is. And then you get separated. And that to me is the block in the connection. Also, too, there's blocks in the connection too if you're reluctant to move forward and endeavor the journey and understand what the journey is about. The journey is not always physical unity. Yes, you have a love for this person you've never had before, and it's undescribable in words. But it's not what the journey is about. The journey is about awakening, evolving, healing, getting to a higher sense of yourself. And as you evolve, you will know what I'm talking about. Like I said, it's not a Cinderella story. You don't get that glass slipper on the foot. You know, you're summoned to do many, many, many difficult things on this journey. Clearing karma, healing. When you come into each other, you are vulnerable. And I'm going to just wait to see if the cards come out. But yeah, there's so many blocks in the connection. Um, Sexual energy, lots of sexual energy going back and forth with the twins. If you were intimate, you're reminiscing about that intimacy. There was a lot of passion with that intimacy. Yeah, you just flowed together naturally. But there's a lot of sexual energy between the twins right now. Absolutely, some specifically in the last 24 to 48 hours. I love it. I love it so much. Let go of the ego. That's primarily one of the things I was saying is to let go. And letting go is primarily letting go of your ego and that desire. You know, you have to let the ego die. And it's tough. It's one of the toughest endeavors on this journey because your ego always wants to win. And we live in a 3D world. And, people naturally just arouse your ego. And you always want to protect your ego. But when you get to a place of unconditional love and unconditional forgiveness, your ego is dying. It's tough. It's an endeavor you have to endeavor every single day. And you just have to get to a place where you're like, I'm not going to let my ego win today. And come from a place of true unconditional love. It's tough because there's people out there that, like I said, that arouse your ego. And you instinctively want to fight, but you have to let it go. And you have to just get to a place of unconditional love. And I love it. I love it so much. Fear. So the DM has underwent an ego death. And like I said, it's an endeavor. And there's fear with divine masculine energy and divine feminine energy. There's fear two ways. When the twins come in together, it is fast, it's furious, it's intense, it's beyond ridiculous, actually. And the love you feel for each other is instant. You have soul recognition. Look at the eye. It's an eye. The eyes are a gateway to the soul. And when you come into each other, you have that soul recognition, and you are fearful. It's scary. You don't know what's going on, and you're frightened. And one of the twins will always run from the intensity of the emotion. It's too much. Sometimes it's just too much to handle. And there's fear with the feminine energy because of the letting go, the reluctance to let go. And that's fear, believe it or not. The fear of letting go and moving on and living your life. What's meant to be will be. If it's truly meant to be, it will happen. But I think that the block in the connection is the fear of letting go. And when you embark this journey, There is a lot of fear with the both of the twins because it doesn't make sense, you know. There's a reason for this journey, um, and it's not, like I said, a Cinderella story. So I'm gonna call out to my guardian angels for 4 cards. If the DM could say anything to the DF right now, what would they say? Can't believe it. I fed too many. Unbelievable. Sorry. I love it. I love it so much. Okay. So the DM wants to say to you, if he could say anything to you right now, this is a journey about getting to your higher sense of yourself. Once you endeavor this journey and once you get to the higher sense of yourself, you have this peace, you have this, you're liberated inside. You just have harmony within and peace within. It's awesome. It's a great feeling. It's bliss. It's enlightenment. It's wonderful. Once you get to that higher sense of yourself and you just have that tranquility within. And that's what the divine masculine wants to say. Get to the higher sense of yourself. Let go of that ego. Let go of that desire. And just live. Rest. Many of you divine feminines need some rest. This is a tough endeavor if this is your journey. And you have a lot of sleepless nights. You have a lot of questions, a lot of confusion. It causes restlessness and sleeplessness. It just does. It's natural. It's the evolution of the journey, unfortunately. But you need rest and rejuvenation. And, this is a spiritual journey. It's a spiritual evolution. And you have to have, you have to make sure that temple that houses your soul is strong. And when you rest, you rejuvenate your muscles, your bones, your everything, and your mind, everything. So get the rest, please. And when you awaken, because many are awakening, in an awakening right now, it's exhausting, right? Because the awakening is confusing as well. You just don't know what's going on. Truth. For many of you, the truth is coming out. The truth is coming for you, for many of you that are on this journey. When you come into each other's lives, you are essentially kind of in this place where you're both kind of wearing a mask, because the love, when you're together, it's so prolific. You're like the best of friends, the best lovers, and you don't want anything to interfere. But there's things like when you come in to wake each other up and heal, and you're wearing this mask. And, sometimes the divine masculine or the divine feminine aren't always forthright with the feelings, the love. It's so quick, but the truth is coming. And a lot of the stuff, the divine masculine or the divine feminine, it just depends on where you are in the journey. It's energy. That's all it is energy. They weren't telling you everything, but that's strictly out of protection for the connection. But the truth is coming. The truth is coming about how they feel, and the truth is coming about some of the things that they kept from you. And it primarily stems from trust. A lot of the twins that come together, they come together from, a broken heart. And you come into each other to wake each other up and to open up that heart chakra and get to a place of love and innocence and pure bliss and pure joy. But the truth is coming, and I love it so much. Cycles. This is such a great, 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 great card. And one of the elements of this journey is to break the cycle and not perpetuate the same cycles in your life. And it could be a number of things. You are the one that knows best what cycle needs to be broken. You know, it could be addiction. It could be, you know, breaking the cycle of abuse. I'm just pulling stuff out, you know. You know best what cycle needs to be broken. You know, getting rid of toxic elements in your life, people that are not serving you. You know, you could be a doormat your whole life. Like, you know, it's just so many things. But you have to look at your life holistically. You have to, once you get to your higher sense of yourself, once you start evolving, you start looking at things, and you know it comes to you. It just comes, and you know what cycles you need to put an end to. But the divine masculine wants to tell you, divine feminine, look around. What are you perpetuating? Because this is going around, and it's a Ferris wheel. It goes around and around and around and around, and that's what cycles need to be broken. And so important, and I love it. I love it so much. Absolutely resonates with everything in my journal. No 2 days are the same. Sometimes they are. It just depends on whether, you know, the message is being heard or not. And, you know, I love it. I love it so much. So now I'm going to do the overall energy as of now. And again, I always say this, be careful who you listen to. Some people don't have a genuine heart. Oh, it's my stomach's growling. Oh, did you hear that? Oh my. I love it. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. One card, please. Thank you. That's so weird. Okay, I can't believe this stuff. So if this is truly your journey, it's a sacred union. I love it. I love it so much. You know, this is a sacred union, sorry, a blessing, a gift. And you have to view it as a blessing and a gift, because it is, even though it's a tough endeavor. If this is truly your journey, this is the most prolific love you've ever seen. And you have to be grateful for that love. Some of us on the journey are not grateful, and so focused on, you know, physical unity, that you're not grateful that you've been handed this gift. You've been handed a gift of a lifetime. And if you come into unity, physical unity, great. But if you don't, at least you were presented with one of the most sacred gifts of a lifetime. Love. It's amazing, you know? So I love it. I love it so much. And sometimes we need to have a grateful heart and not always ask. We have to give gratitude before we receive gratitude. You have to give thanks. And I love it. I love it so much. This card, I cannot believe this card came out. I was thinking about this yesterday, and again, wrote it in my journal yesterday. Ghosted. Now, what does ghosted really mean? When you endeavor this journey, you are separated by the divine, because you have to go to isolation to do the work that is required. And both twins are not ghosting each other. They are working on themselves to get to the higher sense of themselves, to get to, you know, that unconditional love. And, you know, maybe this card came out because I was thinking that yesterday. I'm like, there's no way this is a ghosting. I put it in my journal. It's not ghosting. Like, I hear it all the time. Oh, he ghosted me. She ghosted me. She did this. He did this. No, it's not about ghosting. You know, it is about working on oneself and getting to that place of unconditional love. And I sometimes feel I'm beating a dead horse here. And, you know, sorry, but that's what the journey is about, you know, and you're not being ghosted. Like, it's not. And if you feel you're being ghosted, you just have to know that both the divine masculine and the divine feminine have the most love for one another. And they would never ghost out of, just to hurt. It's not what it's about. It's a journey. And it's a journey of oneself, to be quite honest. And they don't ghost just specifically out of like malicious intent, I guess is the best way to put it. They just you have to separate. You have to do the work. And if you do the work, well, I can't tell you what the outcome will be, Clearing karma. Many of the twins that are truly on this journey are clearing karma. Clearing karma. This is a tough endeavor. See the roots of these trees? They're deep, deep-seated roots. And you've been summoned to this journey as a blessing and as a gift, but you also have things to do. And clearing karma is one of them. And it stem from your ancestors and those cycles that perpetuate. That cycle card came out. And, things that have been just in your family dynamic for years and years and years. You have to you have to clear the karma. Tough journey. No one said it was easy, but that's what this journey is about, And lastly, I have the creative side card here. And again, this is for both twins. Both of you are creative. You're creative geniuses, communicators, influencers, musicians, artists, photographers, so many things. And many of you also too are, what I feel in this collective group, are empaths. You're very, very powerful. And both twins, are empaths, and you don't even know it. So again, I love it. I love it so much. Pretty tough messages here today. But the messages come the way they're meant to come. I'm going to do 4 cards. If the DM could say anything to the DF right now, what would he say? She, strictly energy. And I always feel like, I get emails and comments, and again, if it resonates, great. If it doesn't, don't put it on the channel. It's a good vibe channel. Everybody supports each other with love, unconditional love, and I love that so much. But sometimes I feel like I have to clarify letting go, because I receive so many emails and, so many people saying, oh, I can't let go. And you don't let go of the love in your heart. The love in your heart will always be there. It's unconditional love, giving freely without condition. So you can't get to a place where you say, oh, I've given unconditional love, and I expect now that my twin should come back into my life. That's not unconditional love. And letting go is letting go of the obsession of being together and moving on and taking care of you. Life truly does go on. And that's what letting go means. No one can take away what's in your heart. It will always be there. But letting go is letting go of the desire. So I hope that helps. Because I keep seeing it in big, gigantic words today. And it's... Oh, and another thing. While these cards fall out, don't let people give you false hope either. There's some very, very gifted people out there, and then there's some people out there that give you false hope. And it's just not a place of, unconditional love. One card, please. And again, if the cards don't come out, there's one thing I want to come out, but these cards won't do it. So I will say it. I love it. Basically resonates with the fear card. As many of you know, I can't cheat this stuff. nor do I want to. I do only do this out of entertainment. Everything's always in my journal, but you scare the shit out of me. The fear card came out. Like, if you're truly on this journey and you look into each other's eyes, you have that soul recognition within each other. This is past life. This is eternal love. It's scary. It's scary as shit, you know? And yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's, you scare the shit out of the divine masculine, or vice versa. Negative thoughts get us nowhere. Exactly that. It's what you manifest out there is like, if you manifest negative or conditions on this love or anything, it will get you nowhere. Absolutely get you nowhere. Like I said, meditate, manifest all good things. Scientists have actually proven now that meditation is actually therapeutic and healing. Not that it matters what scientists say, because, I mean, a lot of things have happened in my life that science can't explain, but they're actually proving it. And, just get to a place of unconditional love. Once you get there, most beautiful thing you will ever experience in your life. Absolutely gorgeous thing. And then I see other people in you. So, divine feminine, they see your other people in you, and I love it. I love it so much. It's not easy for the divine masculine energy either. If you're truly on this journey, it's a struggle for both. And you have a love for each other. And sometimes you focus on you get trapped in your own emotion. You put yourself in your own prison, and you focus on what's being done to you, when you don't realize that the other, the divine masculine or feminine, are going through the exact same thing. They have their own struggles, difficulties. You have to respect that, and you have to come to a place of love for each other. Because truly, if this is twin souls, you share one soul. It's hard for me too. Exactly. It's hard for the other twin as well. Divine masculine and divine feminine energy is exactly that. In throughout this journey, you're a runner, you're a chaser, push, pull. If you can't let go, you're running from yourself, and you become divine masculine energy. You have to get to a place of a healthy balance within. And as you evolve and get to a higher sense of yourself, you will. You'll have this bliss within that nobody can take away from you. I love it. I love it so much. So now I'm going to do animal spirit, because I love my animals and I just love the messages. And divine feminine always first. I'm going to call out to my guardian angels. Lizard. I like lizards. Call out to my guardian angels for divine masculine animal spirit, please. 2. Sorry. They're hard to work with, so I'll eat. If one falls out, I'll take, and if one flips up, I'll take. What do we have here? Oh, stag spirit. I love it. Okay, so we have lizard spirit. Dream the world into being 38. Sorry, my furnace just turned on. It's loud. Dream the world into being. Okay. When was the last time you basked in the sun and allowed yourself to daydream, to imagine what might be and what you might become? Lizard spirit appears when you are called to let your imagination flow and dream something new. Inspiration is available to you now, if you are willing to slow down and let your eyes close a little, allowing ideas to dance in your head. What might come into being if you were to pursue your dream? How might you grow and expand if you allowed yourself to dare to believe in the impossible, making it possible first in your dreaming mind, and then in the world as you co-create with spirit. Given to the power of imagination, and soon you will dream, you will become clearer. The steps will reveal themselves, and what was will begin to coalesce into form. Dream it and be it. Spirit asks you to dare to dream big. I love it. I love it so much. Sorry. Take the lead. I don't know why I have this lump in the back of my throat right now. Okay. Whether or not you have set your intention to lead, you may have found yourself suddenly called up to step up to the forefront of your life. Stag Spirit is a reminder that now is the time to heed the call, to be sure, strong, and compassionate. Others will look to you, and you will have it within. You will see through the eyes of the Stag Spirit and walk with confidence as you take on the responsibilities that are yours. Now, and model integrity in all that you do, in all in your relationships. Be willing to see the best in others, and so that compassionate heart keeps you on the right path. Stag Spirit wants you to know that your responsibilities now are to yourself too, for you are learning and developing new skills. The best in you is coming into view as you step forward with strength, knowing that Spirit supports you as you compassionately take the lead. You are a model for transformation now, sharing your experience, strength, and hope with others, so they may grow and discover their best selves too. What a gift you are. Stay humble and authentic and walk your talk, for this is how wise leaders leads. I love it. I love it so much. And again, as I was saying, as you get to your higher sense of yourself, as you get to a state of unconditional love, you become a magnet. You become a magnet for unconditional love. People are drawn towards you, and you naturally give off that aura of love. And, you almost force people around you that you care about to awaken. And it's amazing, and I love it so much. I know tough messages today. I'm sorry. They come the way they're meant to come. I'm going to give you these very sacred messages to take, one to take with you today. I'm going to call out to my guardian angels for one card, please. Thank you. That's the front. There's the back. In order to cope with separation from a loved one, we need to realize that spiritually we are always connected to those we love. Neither distance nor time can separate that which is united by love. And I love it so much. Basically, that's what I just said. If you're truly on this journey, you are never separated. You share one heart, basically. I guess is the best way to put it. And you're truly not separated, because nobody can take the love you have in your heart. I love it. I love it so much. And again, thank you so much for the love, the subs, the likes, the sense of community. It really does warm my heart. And I wish nothing but blessings to you on your journey. Have a great day, folks.